Good night, everyone. My name is Karian Bogle, and my group members are Deborah Brown, O'Shane Clark, Shoshana Edwards, and Rose Brown Wisdom. Today, we'll present our strategic operational management blueprint for InvestNova Digital Solution transition to full commercial operation. In today's dynamic business environment, technological startups must adapt to rapid technology change, evolving customer needs, and increasing competition. InvestNova Digital Solution, AI-driven logistics startup, is transitioning from exploration to full commercial operation while facing challenges in strategic planning, organizational structure, team performance, leadership, and operational control. This presentation outlines a strategic operational management blueprint that applies key management concepts and practical recommendations to improve operational performance, support sustainable growth, and position the company for long-term success. Now let's move on to the company overview. So, InvestNova Digital Solution is a technological startup specializing in AI-driven logistic platforms that improve supply chain efficiency and support data-driven decision-making. The company was founded in December 2023 through strategic investment funding and currently employs approximately 40 full-time employees across key business areas. InvestNova is transitioning from exploration stage to full commercial operation. However, this transition has created several challenges, including unclear strategic objective and undefined organizational structure, communication and teamwork issues, and a lack of standardized operational procedures. These challenges affected coordination, accountability, efficiency, thus creating a need for the strategic operational management blueprint we are proposing. With this background established, we can now examine the key management challenges facing InvestNova.
All right, so I'll be looking at the management analysis. So as InvestNova Digital Solution transitions from the exploration stage to full commercial operations, its management practices must evolve to support increasing operational complexity, organizational growth, and market demands. And we look at the functions of management as it relates to InvestNova and the VUCA business environment analysis. So functions of management, where planning is concerned, although InvestNova has clearly defined its vision, mission, and core values, they have not translated into measuring strategic objectives and operational plans. For organizing, InvestNova currently lacks organizational structure and standardized operational procedures. In terms of leading, although InvestNova promotes integrity, collaboration, and innovation, the rapid growth has created challenges in maintaining employee engagement and effective communication. As it relates to controlling, InvestNova lacks integrated performance management system to monitor departmental and organizational outcomes. Now, in terms of the VUCA business environment analysis, as it relates to volatility, AI technologies evolve. AI technologies involved, InvestNova must prioritize continuous innovation and adaptability to maintain competitiveness. Uncertainty, with the absence of clearly defined objectives and performance standards, further contributes to employee uncertainty regarding priorities and expectations. For complexity, this usually arrives from managing multiple interconnected departments, which includes IT, engineering, etc. And ambiguity arises from the rapidly evolving nature of artificial intelligence and the logistics industry. Now, a few identification of key management issues. There's a lack of strategic direction. The vision and values are usually not translated into measurable objectives and KPIs. And this creates unclear priorities and challenges in resource allocation and alignment. For organizational structure and role ambiguity, there's lack of a formal structure, which creates unclear reporting lines, authority, and responsibilities. This weakens accountability, communication, and cross-functional collaboration. And finally, change and fatigue and workforce pressures. The rapid growth has increased workloads and operational pressure without adequate workforce capacity, and this contributes to employee fatigue, inefficiencies, and potential retention challenges. Next speaker.
Thank you. So as InvestNova moves from the exploration stage into commercial operations, one of its biggest challenges is the lack of clearly defined objectives. Our recommendation is to implement management by objective to connect the company's strategic goals with individual and departmental performance. The process begins with setting organizational goals, defining individual objectives, developing action plans, reviewing progress, and evaluating results. This gives employees a clear understanding of what they are expected to achieve and how their work contributes to the company's overall direction. We also recommend using KPIs to measure whether these objectives are actually being achieved. So for the first year, InvestNova should target 15 corporate logistics contracts, 15% monthly growth in active users, and 99.9% platform uptime. This gives management measurable evidence of both commercial growth and operational performance. Next slide, please. So the second recommendation addresses InvestNova's lack of formal organizational structure. We recommend a functional structure with a relatively flat hierarchy. This allows employees to be grouped according to their specialized functions while reducing unnecessary layers of management. The proposed structure includes 7 core functions: IT and engineering, product development, operations, customer service, marketing and sales, human resource management and administration, and finance and accounts. Because InvestNova is a technology-based organization, agile practices such as Scrum can be incorporated within IT and product development. Daily stand-ups and short development cycles can improve communication, accountability, and responsiveness to customer needs. This structure, therefore, provides the specialization needed for commercial growth while maintaining the agility required in a technology-driven environment. Next slide. So finally, the structure needs clear accountability. InvestNova's current uncertainty around reporting relationships can be addressed through Fayol's principle, unity of command, where each employee has one direct manager. This reduces conflicting instructions and makes accountability clearer. We also recommend a span of control of approximately 5 to 8 direct reports for each department head. Gray Kuna's theory demonstrates that managerial relationship complexity increases as the number of subordinates increase. Therefore, keeping the span manageable can help prevent managerial overload while allowing managers to provide adequate supervision and support. So overall, these recommendations give InvestNova clearer roles, stronger accountability, and a structure that can scale as the company grows. Next speaker, please.
Good night, everyone. So I'll be looking into the team dynamics for the InvestNova group. So InvestNova is currently in what Topman described as the storming stage. With the company growing quickly, we are seeing some confusion about roles and some breakdown in teamwork. It's important to remember that not all conflict is bad. Task conflict can help us come up with better ideas, while relationship conflict can create tension and affect trust. So we need clearer responsibilities, better communication, and regular team building if the issues continues. Mediation may also be needed to help the team move forward. Next slide. Now, as we move on to the next slide, we're going to speak about the leadership. So for InvestNova, ambidextrous leadership is important because we need to balance innovation with getting the job done effectively. Right now, because there is some uncertainty with the team, leaders need to provide clear direction and expectation. As things become more stable, the approach can be more transformational, giving employees more freedom to contribute and innovate. Most importantly, leaders need to be transparent, ethical, and genuinely supportive, because that's what will build trust within the team. Now I move on to ethics and control. Next slide. Now, for ethics, we are using REST 4 component model to help employees recognize ethical issues, think through their options, make the right decision, and follow through. We are also using 3 types of control. Feed-forward control, this helps to prevent problems before they happen. Concurrent controls help us monitor things while they are happening, and feedback control help us learn from what was already happened. Together, these approaches help us make better decisions and support continuous improvement. And I move on to the next speaker.
Good evening. The implementation timeline for InvestNova will be 9 months. In month 1, we focus on strategic planning, setting smart objectives, defining key performance indicators, and conducting risk assessments. In month 2, organizational structuring. We'll be establishing reporting lines and job descriptions to ensure clarity. In months 3 and 4, implementation systems and processes, including standard operating procedures, agile tools, dashboards, and quality checkpoints. Months 5 and 6, shift to training and development, such as role-specific training, leadership, coaching, and team building. By months 7 and 8, we expand commercially, securing 15 contracts, driving 50% user growth, and strengthening customer relationship management systems. Throughout the 9 months period, monitoring and evaluation remain ongoing with key performance indicators tracking quarterly reviews and agile feedback loops. Resource allocation. To support this rollout, we'll allocate resources strategically. Human resource, expand operations, customer service, information technology, and appoint team leads. Financial resource, invest in artificial intelligence tools, cybersecurity, and training programs. Technological resource, agile project tools, collaboration platforms, and maintain 99.9% uptime. Operational resource, standard operating procedures, communication systems, and cross-functional collaboration. Information resource, performance reports, customer feedback, employee surveys, and market intelligence. And for physical resource, we'll be looking at office facilities, computer equipment, networking, and training infrastructures. Strategic recommendations. To sustain growth, we recommend immediate, medium-term, and long-term priorities. Immediate priorities are within a 0 to 6 months period. And number 1, clear strategic alignment with measurable objectives. 2, strengthening transformational leadership capability. And 3, integrating control and governance systems. Medium-term priorities will be within a 6 to 18 months period, and we'll develop a scalable functional structure with a flat hierarchy, as well as enhanced team development and organizational culture. For long-term priority, 18 plus months, we'll be looking at promoting agile practices and continuous improvement. The expected outcome is a scalable, agile, and innovative organization positioned for operational excellence and sustainable growth. Next presenter, please.
In conclusion, InvestNova's transition to commercial operation is challenged by structural limitation, team conflict, and control weaknesses. The Operational Management Blueprint addresses these challenges through MBO, KPIs, clear reporting lines, effective leadership, and top-man's team development model, strengthening accountability, alignment, collaboration, and performance. Ethical practices and strong control system will further support sustainable growth. Overall, the blueprint will position InvestNova to deliver reliable AI-driven logistics solutions, strengthen its competitive advantage, and achieve long-term resilience. Thank you. And these are our references. Are there any questions?